If you know addiction and you know what addiction can do to a person, addiction can take away their features, their looks, the way that they feel about themselves. If you know addiction, then you know addiction is something that can worry you about how you're going to look a few years from now, because it can take away your good looks if you got good looks. And you got good looks no matter what, because when you look good, healthy, it's good looking that you're not going to get if you're an addict who keeps on using. You're going to lose your looks. You're going to lose the feeling of looking good, feeling good, and wanting to be someone that's pretty or someone who's handsome. And you're not going to feel that way because it's going to take that away from you. It eats away at your muscles, it eats away at your skin, it eats away at everything inside of you, and it eats away at your mental state. And when your mental state is poor, your attitude reflects negatively upon your physical appearance too. And when the negative experience of drug addiction is what you embrace because you just can't give it up and you go full tilt or just keep sliding in it, then you're the one who's going to start to give up some basic things that are going to affect the way that you feel about how you fit in appearance to the world. You're going to get that addict look. You're going to get that junkie look. You're going to look like the street thug, street addict, that street weirdo, that street drug addict that people just spitting on and just denigrate and just think shit about, which they shouldn't, because you're people like me. And when I'm an addict who hasn't had the misfortune of going that far deep into addiction and losing everything, I'm the addict who's struggling to not go that far isn't true. I'm the addict who's fighting to never go that far, to never lose that much, to never drop that much, and to never forget what it is to be a human being that loves to be human and loves to take care of themselves, to be healthy and to look healthy as well. I'm not a person who really loves the way I look, isn't true. I mean, you know, I'm not young, but I ain't old, but I ain't someone who's going to look in the mirror and go like, holy cow, man, you're done, man. You know, the miles have overtaken you, and you know, I don't know how to say it. If I'm good looking, then I'm good looking. If I'm not good looking, I ain't good looking. But if I ain't good looking to me, then I ain't going to be good looking to other people that look at me, because they're going to think that I ain't good looking because I just kind of have that look like I'm insecure about my physical appearance. And when I'm not really insecure about it, but I am aware of it, and I see the things that make me insecure, which I really feel kind of, I feel embarrassed about saying it, but I don't know. Body image is something that women have a lot, and they struggle with, those who struggle with that. Men can struggle with that too. We can struggle with it just like women can. And when you're a person who doesn't worry about your looks just because you're an addict because you got to get high, you're a person who might just not shower and not shave and not wash and not care about your smell and not care about the things. And these things, this may seem frivolous to people to listen to somebody talk about who's talking about, you know, looking good, feeling good, being attractive, you know, superficial things. But when the superficial things that you just, you know, think are unimportant, like, you know, accept everybody, which is nice, it's good, it's true. But when physical appearance can cause people who look at you without that physical appearance of caring for yourself, when you're dirty, when you're unshowered, or when you smell, and smell can be something that just puts people off. And they'll be like, this person must be homeless, penniless, useless, harmful, you know, stay away from them, right? There's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just having a tough spot in your life. You have a difficult time. Maybe you don't have access to a shower. Maybe you lost your home. Maybe you lost your money. Maybe you're just so mentally like defeated in your addiction, if that's what you're struggling with, or whatever struggles you have, that whatever trauma you experience and trying to live whatever life you're living that hurts you, addiction can hurt, and it does hurt. And it can hurt someone's desire to feel good about themselves because they just feel good when they're high. When you're high, you don't really care about how you look and how you feel. You're not sitting there primping. You're not sitting there going to the gym and working out. You're not trying to stay healthy. You're not trying to put on muscle. You're not trying to get fit. You're not trying to do much, really. Isn't true all the time. Is it true all the time? True. Is it true for some people? But some people they just don't care after a certain point about how they look. But when the reality of what is to use drugs nonstop for years and years and years is there is a tipping point, isn't true, but some people may believe that is true, that after a certain amount of years using drugs, there is a loss in your physical appearance that you can't get back. Teeth are something that people with addiction struggle with to maintain and keep, because you lose your teeth. You will. They decay. They decay because of the harshness of drugs, whatever they might be. And they decay and they fall out because an addict doesn't brush their teeth. They don't have access to it, or it's just not something to think about. And that may seem like, well, so what to somebody who's not an addict, or maybe not so what. It'll make sense to you if you understand that when you're getting high, you don't care much about brushing your teeth. There can be addicts that do, and it's a miracle, not a miracle. It happens that addicts who have gone for years keep their teeth. But when the decay of addiction to the soul, to the mind, and to the body is really, really evident in some in their teeth, you get cavities and you lose teeth, and your teeth turn black, and you lose teeth. And when you don't have money to replace it, go to the dentist. When you have a cavity, you got a cavity, and when you're in pain, you're going to stay in pain. And the only thing you can really do is pull the tooth. And when an addict has no money, and whatever money he's got, he's going to pay to get another fix. He's not going to spend money on going to the dentist. His teeth pulled. You literally have to, it's like pulling teeth to take him to the dentist. And I've taken an addict to the dentist. I've taken him to the dentist, right, so they can get taken care of by a real dentist, not the street dentist, which is usually them, where there's a pair of pliers and yank it out of the tooth because they want to save some money because they can take the pain because you get high, The drugs like the opiates that you can take, an addict can take, can numb the pain or dull the pain and make it so that you can pull a tooth, literally pull your own tooth. But when you're pulling it with the pliers, you can pull it, but you can also crush it. And then you've got a busted up tooth in your mouth. And this is what kind of shit that addicts will do. People who don't have money to go get to the dentist, go to the dentist and get that shit fixed. That can happen. That's real. That really happens. And when I'm not somebody that has perfect teeth, but I'm someone also too that has the ability and believes that I can get my teeth fixed. And when addicts can get their teeth fixed, and every single addict can get their teeth fixed, some of them feel like I got to pull all my teeth out, man, because they're all gone. When I get sober, I'm going to get veneers or I'm going to get dentures, and that's good. That's a good solution because self-esteem can come back just like that, on your just with getting something fixed in your mouth and your teeth and looking like your teeth are regular, normal. Because when the deterioration of the bone here causes your face to change, it's because you lose teeth and you lose bone. And that can be fixed. That's all fixable, but it costs money. And so when an addict gets sober and he doesn't have money to do it, a lot of times the people that you see who may have had addiction, who don't have an appearance where their face is sunken or their jaw is like that, for whatever reason they have it. If it's an addict that has that appearance, it's because of the addiction they had and the teeth they didn't take care of, the teeth that they lost, and it doesn't mean that they can't get fixed. A lot of people think, I mean, I didn't really think about it, but people think that, it's a lost cause. Once your teeth go, you're done. The way you're going to look is the way you're going to look forever, and you're not pleased with the way you look because you don't look like you, because it changes the way that you look. You're losing teeth, changes the appearance of your face, of your jawline, and of the way you look. And you can look different to people that know you, maybe didn't see you for years, but they notice a difference in appearance, and they do. And you do too. Over the years, you'll notice the appearance, and you look at pictures from way back when, and you may not be all beat up and shot out, but if if you still got your looks, it ain't gonna look the same to you, and you know that you're better looking in the pictures that are older if you think you're good looking now, and you're still good looking now for sure. You're good looking now, but you do lose some self-esteem, losing physical appearance, and physical appearance, although some may see it's a frivolous thing to focus on or think about. Addicts are lucky enough that there are people that understand this, and there are dentists, and there are charities, and there are ways people who give to charity and people who have charity in their heart contribute to an addict's rejuvenation of their smile, is what it is. And it's a blessing to have companies or to have people, individuals who contribute to those kinds of causes, which it is a cause, because many addicts who lose their teeth and they have nothing to turn to, because to get implants is expensive as hell for anybody, and when you need like more than half your teeth to be implants, and you can get you can get the what are they called? They're not dentures. They're dentures, but you get posts put into your mouth where your teeth are removed, and you get essentially dentures. You get dentures, and all you need to get that is 4 implants, and 6 is better, what I understand. And you can do it in one visit, or there's many companies that will do it, but it's very expensive to do. And you literally can get back your smile and feel confident in your smile, because you're going to have teeth, and they're going to work, and they're going to work well, because they're not going to simply pop out like inexpensive solutions that work, but they don't work as good, and they don't fix the physical appearance as good. It's a real thing that addicts don't worry about is when they're getting high and when they're in addiction. But when they get out of it, or when they're at the tail end, or when they do notice, they notice. And the family members, I'm sure, notice too. So if you're an addict who's, doing addiction the way you do it, and you don't want your addiction to be something that you can't give up, then you're an addict who needs to give it up, is for sure, but you can give it up for sure. But if you want to be someone that knows what addiction is like without teeth, then you just keep using and never give up using drugs, because you're going to end up without teeth. And without teeth sucks. And without teeth is something that people don't need to have in their lives, because, when you eat with less teeth, you don't chomp down as good, and food does not taste as flavorful. It's true. You miss out on what is the glory of eating food. Food doesn't taste as rich to you because you can't chew it as much and press down onto your bites on the food. And it can also hurt like hell to eat. And you'll change your diet. You'll change to soft foods, and you'll manage to eat and get what you need to stay alive, of course, and get the nutrition you need without really worrying about nutrition, because if addicts worry about nutrition, they don't worry much about nutrition. Sugar is a big thing that opiate lovers love. And opiate lovers is the way to describe it too, because when somebody likes an opiate and they choose to shoot up opiates and to be an opiate addict, they're choosing to basically just forget about everything else, because that opiate makes your decisions for you. And when the decision is to brush your teeth and the addict's like, I don't want to, I got my stuff, I'm going to get high. I don't really care about it because I'm going to be getting high. You don't think about that. They don't think about that. It's like, it's not relevant to being high. And that may be something that people say is wrong. It is wrong. But when you're the addict who does it, you're the addict who's done it, you're the addict who pays the price for it in the end, when you need your teeth fixed. Because you can get your teeth fixed, but if you don't have the money, then the best thing for you to do is get your teeth pulled, the ones that need to be pulled. But when a lot of addicts who may have infections in their mouth and teeth are the ones who are going to say, nah, man, I'm probably going to have to pull all my teeth. It amazes me to know that it isn't necessary to pull a lot of times all your teeth if that's what you think. Your teeth are robust, and if you think your teeth are all going to need to be pulled, you're not the one who determines that. You need to go to the dentist, and they'll give you an exam, and they'll tell you how many teeth can be saved. Because if you can save a tooth, then that means you don't have to pull it. And not pulling a tooth means that you have a better chance of replacing your teeth, your smile, getting your smile back with veneers or 4-post, 6-post dentures, I think it's or completely all the teeth that are pulled and teeth that need replaced with implants. And implants work, and implants, they work. They're robust as hell, and they're like regular teeth, it's true, and they'll last a lifetime, it's true, but they're really expensive, and that's a luxury. And I need a few teeth replaced, and I ain't going to be able to do, I'm not going to be able to do implants, is for what I'm pretty sure I'm betting. I mean, I'm not sure that I would do it anyways, but my teeth aren't as bad as some people's but they're worse than I would want them to be. And but if I say I'm secure in the way that I feel about my appearance, I'm secure enough. I mean, I'm aware of some of the teeth things, but it is what it is, and I can't change it right now, and it doesn't change my desire to do what I do for God and the videos that I post about things that are uncomfortable that some people may not talk about or know about, or know what other people feel about, or know what other people may say about them. Because when I never really heard anybody like me who's an addict talk about, addiction when your teeth are involved, maybe this is the first one that I'll watch because I'm talking about it, but I'm sure people have talked about it. And it's a topic, everybody's got to deal with it, who loses teeth because of addiction, and you're around addicts who, have problems with their teeth. So, a little bit about it, maybe more about it, or maybe more than you say about it. And it's always great to be able to hear somebody talk about it so that you know that you're not alone. And what is a big problem that you can fix, and you can't fix it, just stay sober, be sober, get your life back, right? Put away some money, get insurance, and, slowly you'll get it back. Or if you're lucky, you'll get a grant from somebody, or you'll get some kind of, I don't know if there's any companies that do like free implants or free, teeth repair or teeth replacement for people who've lost their teeth, whatever walk of life they might be. If an addict has that opportunity because there's a company out there that does it, I'd love to hear about it. And I'm sure that it would be a long wait, maybe, or not. Maybe somebody new pops up and you're the first one in line. And, A week ago, you're like, I'm never getting my teeth fixed because you went to an appointment and it was ridiculously expensive, which is can be. It's just expensive because that's the cost of it. It's out of reach. And ridiculous is not a nice way to talk about a business, but it's a business that makes money, and it's a business that costs in order to be able to get blessed by those professionals who do amazing work to replace your teeth and can do amazing work and miracle work to make your smile come back. And when people smile, who lose their teeth or have lost their teeth with their lips closed, it's something that happens. But when you have all your teeth, you smile big like that. So when you have some teeth missing, you may close your mouth a little bit. And I'm lucky enough that I still feel okay, smiling, pretty good. But I'm aware I got some there, and that's okay with me for now because it's not going to be forever. Because addiction's behind me. Addiction is what I don't want. Addiction is what I don't need. Addiction is what's not going to define me on my health and my looks and my self-esteem and my self-awareness of my body image, so to speak. So if you're an addict who needs a little bit of help, feeling good about looking good, clean up, get sober. You'll look good pretty quick because there's a lot of good-looking people out there. And addicts, you're a bunch of them too. You're a lot of good-looking people. So. And that's all I got to say about this. And I hope you don't mind me saying it because I don't mind saying it to you. All right? Amen.